kind of what a classic high interval workout is. Okay, we have got 6 exercises that we're working through. Okay, and it's very much lower body based. Okay, because we're also getting to the end of the program, we're doing what we start to call plyometrics, or more sort of explosive movements, because we've built up the strength and the endurance. Now we can really push ourselves a little bit more. Okay, so we've got, and some of them will be familiar, some of them will be progressions. Okay, we'll go through it together. We've got our side to side shuffle to start off with. Okay, so even if you've got 1 meter or 2 meters of space, right, we're going arms out, slightly crouched, shuffle side, shuffle side. Okay, that's our first move. Move number 2, yeah. So move number 2, we've got the stand and reach. Okay, swap legs, stand and reach, swap legs. Good. Okay. Exercise 3, we've got, so you can see I brought the chair again. We've got our pistol stand up, right? But we're going into a jump when we get to the top. So we standing up and jump, back down, stand up and jump. Okay. Then we have got a skater jump. So we've done this before, side to side and land, side and land. Good. Okay. Then we've got skipping on the spot, which we've gone through. Good. And then the last move, we've got a kneel to stand. Okay, so we're going from here into a squat position, back down onto the mat. Squat position, back down onto the mat. Okay, and our time frame for today's workout is 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Okay, so it's a tough 30 seconds of work, but it's ample enough of break. It's like a 1-to-1 ratio. Cool. We'll aim to do 2 rounds, and then we'll see where we're at for the last round. Okay, fantastic. Let's just go through them top to bottom again in sort of like a warm-up round. Okay, so we're going to do 6 side-to-side shuffles to start off with. Okay. Good. Doesn't matter if you've got 1 meter or 2 meters. Make sure we're in this crouch position. Good. Working on lateral power, speed, and endurance. Okay. Swap over. So now we've got our stand and reach. Let's do 6, okay? 3 each leg. Up, back, back up. Swap. Good. 3, 2, 1, time. Okay. Pistol jump. We're going to do 3 each leg, okay? So we're just standing up from the bottom, okay? Make sure that we do it in one motion. As we come up, we're jumping as well, okay? Even if it's just a small hop, that's fine. Good. 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 Last one. Okay. Then we've got our skater jumps. So side to side. Again, a bit of lateral work. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Then we've got skipping on the spot. Let's just go from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Okay, and last one, we've got our kneel to stand, or kneel to squat, sorry. From this position, walking up into our squat, back down. Three, keep going, 4, 5, one more, and 6. Okay. So we're going to start from the top again, okay? Remember, it's just 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. All right, so from side shuffles, okay, ready to go. In 3, 2, 1, side shuffle. Good. Okay, 10 seconds left. And 3, 2, 1, time. Okay. Okay, it's important that, so we're obviously working hard for our 30 seconds. It's important that we try and recover in our 30 seconds off. Okay, so get the heart rate back down. Keep our breathing nice and regular, okay? And then we transition into the next move. So we've got our stand and reach coming up, okay? Just alternate legs as we go through the 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Okay. Heart rate back down. We move into sitting for our pistol jumps. All right, 10 seconds till we start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And make sure we push with the jump at the end. Good. Good. 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay. Rest up, a little bit of moving. Make sure we're keeping our breathing, getting the heart rate back down. I'll explain that concept in a sec. Let's get through the next movement, okay? We've got our skaters. 3, 2, 1. Good. 10 seconds left. Three, 2, 1, time. Okay. Quick break and then on to skipping. Okay. Okay, 3, 2, 1, skipping. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Okay, last move, we're going to do our kneel to squat. Okay, let's get ready. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Make sure we alternate legs that we stand up with, okay?
I'm forgetting that.
It's okay. Three, 2, 1, and time. Okay, we're going to rest up for the rest of this minute and then we'll move into round 2. Just coming back to your question, so you are asking about when is it vigorous and when is it moderate?
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways to measure it, right? So if you've got a wearable, some of them have heart rate zones on them. So maybe that's your first sort of giveaway. So if you're training with that, you can use that to kind of tell when you're in the moderate, vigorous, at your sort of upper level. Most of them use a 5 model system, so when you're in zone 4, zone 5, you're either at threshold or just over threshold, which is kind of where you want to be when you're aiming at high intensity. Okay, so that's zone 4, zone 5, depending on what you use. Then the torque test is another way of doing it, but obviously if you don't have the technology to measure it, and they normally say if you're going for a run or exercising, if you can still have a normal conversation without being too breathless, you're probably in like the moderate sort of range. So when you're aiming at high intensity, you need to be above the breathless. So you shouldn't be able to maintain a conversation with your level of exertion. Okay, and then again it varies, but depending on, I think everybody that has like a balanced exercise program, you probably want to do at least 1 or 2 sessions per week where you're moving into that vigorous, breathless sort of exercise state. But the way that we do it with high intensity is that you go there for brief periods of time so that you can recover in between. It's hard to maintain it, one, and then the other thing that they found is that if you do it 7 days a week, every session only at vigorous levels, it has bad sort of risks for your immune system, the muscles, skeletal system, so injuries, illness become a little bit more prevalent. So you need to balance it with kind of like a holistic approach to exercise.
And what's the heart rate, or what's the difference when you go into a high intensity zone, and where's the boundary between moderate in terms of heart rate?
So the way your watch will calibrate it uses a formula which is it's generally 220 minus your age, okay, and then that's your max heart rate. And then the zones are mapped out according to like heart rate bands for your age, okay? Which also doesn't make it 100% accurate. Sometimes people's heart rates get elevated really easily. Sometimes people struggle to elevate their heart rates. It's different. It's temperature dependent. It's like caffeine dependent as well. Sometimes if you've just had a coffee and you exercise, your heart rate will be elevated compared to what you actually are experiencing. So it's nice to be able to know for yourself where you're sort of at with like a talk test or something that's just a bit more perceptive, and then you can match that with some data as well, depending on what your level and usage is. Yeah, the wearables are quite smart nowadays. They kind of give you like intensity goals for the week and all that sort of stuff. So I'd say most of like the fit watches, if you just use the apps to their full ability, you can manage your intensity and sort of training types quite nicely. Okay.
Are you
Say again? No, I'm not. I have used it before, but I've only recently gone back to wearing a watch and training. For most of the year, I was just using a phone-based app, so I was taking no real data, but just to get back into it. And now that I'm into it, I'm thinking about it. Maybe I'll join the Strava club. Okay, back to the start. We've got our side-to-side shuffles. All right, let's get going in 3, 2, 1. Side-to-side shuffle. Ten seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay. Moving on, we've got our stand and reach. All right. Stand and reach. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Make sure we're swapping legs here after every move. Three, 2, 1, and time. Okay, let's move on to our pistols. So remember, it's obviously pistol with the jump at the end. Okay. Right, get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good. Good. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay, moving on to skater jumps. All right, we've got 15 seconds till we start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Let's go. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay, we have got skipping and our kneel to stand coming up. All right.
I find it amazing how quickly my heart rate changes. I never normally take much notice of it, but it changes so quickly.
Like goes up and goes down quickly.
And you don't really feel like, oh, my heart's working. It's suddenly you think, gosh, like now it's sort of hovering 94, but when I was skipping last week, it went right up to 150. And I wouldn't have noticed, but
Yeah.
that's a big change.
Let's start with our skipping quickly. It's actually a good thing to have that kind of like variability in your heart rate, especially when it comes down very quickly. It's a mark of like a healthy cardiovascular respiratory system. You want it to respond quickly, but then also when the effort is done, you want it to come back down so you can recover as well. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay, we've got our last move coming up, which is our kneel to stand. So see how quickly it comes back down now after the skipping. That's always a hard one.
It's still going up. It's going up 157, 159. What up to 165? Still going, and now it's coming down.
Yeah, it's probably just a little bit of a lag time as well on the Okay, let's move on to the mat. Alright, and kneel to stand in 3, 2, 1, let's go. It's also just, I think that's the tricky part. I also try and remind people it's great to have all the data, but you've also got to keep it in context. So like, just if you're only looking at the heart rate and through the wrist, there's also like accuracy issues that sometimes pop up, although the technology is great and as accurate as possible, but there are better sites to measure it. That's why they still do sell heart rate straps for the people that are really like want as close to the real thing as possible. But so you just got to kind of take it with a pinch of salt.
Yeah.
Even when you've stopped exercising, if it's still climbing up or still going down, it's probably just a lag more than what's happening inside you right now. Okay, and time. Excellent. We're just going to warm down.